Good to be back. Well, first time here in Calgary with the team, right? So yeah, and yes, and back in 2020, I was drafted in the third round, so it was awesome getting that feeling, getting that call at the time. But obviously, I wasn't here during this period of time when the seasons or when they were going on and stuff. So I was down with the New York Giants for a couple seasons in Chicago after though. But good to be here. Good to get back to work and get this going.
What was your time in the NFL like?
Good experience. A lot of good athletes, of course. I was playing tight end at the time, so I had to do a little switch up coming out of college. So having to play receiver to tight end was a little bit of adjustment, though. But I felt like I had adjusted to that type of game at the time, though. But I've done all the practices and kind of learning behind the veterans in front of me, just trying to get the tight end position right. And, hopefully it didn't really work out at the end, though. But I'm good. I'm happy to be here now.
And I wanted to ask you that about the tight end because it was different for you. Where do you feel the most comfortable and where do you see yourself fitting in here?
Honestly, right now, it could be anywhere from inside out. I have been playing wide receiver my whole life from high school to college. And then now coming back to with Calgary, felt like I'm back into my niche again, right? So, I think during now the season, if come game planning, if they do want me to block on a few occasions, just for the good running back game we have this year again, if I do have to block, I'm more than willing to do that. So just help out the team and, just to win games.
This is stating the obvious, but you're a pretty tall guy. I'm sure you've heard that a few times before. How much do you try and use that to your advantage out there?
Pretty much everything. Use all the body I can, use all the tallness I can on the field, right? Just have that competitive advantage that I have against everybody.
What are the biggest adjustments or the challenges about the Canadian game? Because you're not used to this, right? What have you found difficult out there?
I think just a lot more motioning from coming from the backfield behind the quarterback. We were like 2 or 3 yards behind, whereas from the American game for such a long time I've been playing in, we were always on the line of scrimmage when in doubt, right? Or at least close to the line of scrimmage as a slot and wide receiver at the time. So I think it's just all the motioning from back there, and then really trying to use that as my momentum and really just try to get the DB or any defender off me as fast as I can, or at least be more patient in that regard.
I have to go back to your height for 1 second. Did you just pop up one year, or how did that happen? When did you realize, okay, I'm a pretty tall guy and I can use this to my advantage?
Just growth spurt. I think anybody. I'm more of a late bloomer in my family, so I had a growth spurt between grade 9, 10, 11, right? So luckily I'm the tallest in the family, which does help quite a bit. But I was playing basketball and football, so trust me, I get that question a lot every other day in public. So no worries on that though. But like I said, having to use this height is very much a blessing. At the same time, just have to use it best in my advantage on pretty much any DB or any defender out there, and really just put the team in best positions to score touchdowns and win games that way.
And I just wanted to ask you about SFU because you played there. I'm sure you've heard that the program has shut down. What's your reaction to that?
As I do smile on this question. You're the first to ask me this. To be honest with you, it is disheartening on the personal side of it. I have, even from I was there 2016 to 19, so it's definitely hardship moments right now, and me having to be in that system for quite some time. Obviously, I had a good experience playing against American talent, and that's the reason why hence why I was able to go there on scholarship. So that was good. On the personal side, it's like I said, it's very frustrating. But I know on the business side or on the other side of things, I know there's always two sides of the story as well. So there wasn't enough production in winning, and whatever the reason was from up in office, whoever made the decision, of course. It's definitely a tough situation. I feel for the kids right now, and they're having to go through tough times, and still have to stay in shape and train, just for any situation they could try to get into though. But it's very hard right now as I am trying to speak on it though. But hopefully, if they try to get back into it with the football program, if any which way and form, because obviously it's the national news now, so this is a very big deal for everybody. So as an alumni as well. So, but it has everybody talking. So we'll see what happens. But there is a lot of potential though. So we'll see if it does come back this year, maybe next year or whatever. So we'll see. Yeah.